Okay, so hi Jane.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, and I'm so happy we bumped into each other. At the moment we are here in Abu Dhabi in the Blockchain World event, and here with me I'm so happy. I have Dr. Jane Thomason who has recently moved to Dubai. So obviously I'm curious to hear more about why Dubai.
Well, the truth is, I didn't really move to Dubai. I moved out of Australia because they've kept us locked in for 2 years and I wasn't happy with that and I wanted to leave. So I came here as my first port of call and then I really liked it. So now I'm staying.
Amazing. And yes, from the first hi, I actually did hear that you are from Australia, which is on my bucket list like forever, small girl. I haven't visited your beautiful country, but I surely will want to. But as we met here a bit earlier today during the event, I'm here with the ALPEX Global team. We are one of probably the richest holding companies in the world. And now we are soon to launch our new platform for trading, and especially here in Dubai my team is doing amazing job for derivatives trading as to start with. I'm about to become the Dean of ALPEX Academy, but when we met here today earlier, I learned that I have met a granny colleague.
Yes, I showed you a picture of my granddaughter the day she was born and I gave her her crypto wallet with some Ethereum in it.
I think that is so cool. So if Krypto Granny kind of is a cool thing, this is even more cool. So yes, I have become a fan of yours immediately. But I'm so curious to learn also that another female person, not like 25 years old, how did your journey into blockchain start and like why?
Well, in 2010, my son told me to buy Bitcoin and I completely ignored him. He said, Mum, there's this new digital currency, it's only 10 cents, you should buy some. And I just completely ignored it. And then he came back to me in 2016 and he goes, Mum, did you buy any Bitcoin? And I said, no. And he said, well, it's like $600 now. And then he said, look, you didn't take any notice of me with Bitcoin, but now I'm telling you about blockchain. This is going to change everything. It's the platform that Bitcoin's built on, and you need to learn about it. So I started learning about it, and it was really confusing to me because it's really counterintuitive to everything that we've grown up with centralized systems and governments. But then one day, I was thinking, I don't know why, I was thinking about Banda Aceh in Indonesia where they had that huge humanitarian crisis with the tsunami and 200,000 people were washed away. And my company went up there after the tsunami and we worked on the reconstruction. And then I just suddenly had this epiphany connecting blockchain with humanitarian crises. And I realized it wasn't just that the people were lost, no one knew who they were. All the identities were gone, all the records were gone, no one knew who was behind and no one knew who was gone. And the land records, the health records, and the bank records were gone, and then the donors tried to send money to people, you didn't know whether they got the money. Child traffickers came in because if you don't have an identity, it's easy to traffic. And I just suddenly saw how transformative blockchain could be, and that was the beginning of my real journey.
Well, that is an amazing story, and this is one of the things I actually love so much in this space, because the people involved today, they come from so many different backgrounds, from so many different inspirations as why we are here, and then in the end of the day we kind of share the same revolution kind of mind as that, you know, we haven't done so well as human beings so far, so maybe we can do something a bit more better as going forward.
And we have an opportunity now with technology and the fact that over 70% of the world's population have mobile phones, which means they can be connected to do something that we never had the chance to do before. So I want to be behind it and I want to make this happen.
Exactly, and I share this view with you, and one of my favorite phrases probably at all time involved is that code is law. So me, a non-tech person, I just love the idea that there is finally something that we can trust, and in this case it's the technology.
Well, yes and no. I'm gonna have to maybe put an alternate opinion. I think that we're getting there, but if you look at things like DAOs and decentralized autonomous organizations, if the code is wrong or it has a vulnerability, then it can be hacked. And so what we've seen is a lot of money being lost in DeFi because there's a vulnerability in the code. So I think when we have the perfect code, maybe I'll feel better about that, but right now I'm not quite where you are.
And that is very correct. And just to rephrase, so obviously when we get there, but we have hope, let's put it that way instead. But you mentioned that as your first grandchild was born, you made, open the wallet and Ethereum, I think it was, for her. So when we have, obviously, and we will have these early stage investors out there, would you be willing to share a tip or an advice for them as how to start? Would they decide to start investing, which obviously we are not advising anyone to do, but if that's what they have decided to do, what is your learnings or what would you want to share with them as a take on from our talk now?
Yeah, my learning is don't take any advice from me but this is important because I bought Bitcoin and I bought Ethereum in 2017. That Ethereum that my granddaughter's got is safe because I gave it to someone else to look after. It's now worth $55,000. I lost my Bitcoin wallet, I lost my phone, I lost my private key, and so my lesson is I'm not competent to look after crypto, so all of my investments in digital assets are with regulated platforms who look after it for me and who've got expert advisors who invest my money. That's my lesson.
Well, and that is very good lesson, and obviously that is something that at ALPEX Global we are also looking into and realizing and understanding that most of us, me included, might not be so capable of being in charge of our own money or our own property. So yeah, hopefully there is more and more of those guys we can trust and their code we can trust and get there finally. But I have to also share with our audience listening to us our first meet experience. We met this amazing actor in the space, a younger gentleman, I suppose he is from us, and he was a bit impressed as well that us not so young Miss Universe, 25 years old type of a female are in the space and active. But what do you think, what would you like to say to the females out there listening to us? How can we empower each other and how can we encourage the younger and older ladies out there to join the revolution, to join the party?
Well, I think, I went to my first blockchain conference in 2017 and I was so nervous. I thought, they're not going to accept me, they don't want to listen to what I've got to say. I was early days talking about social impact. I thought people would think I was a joke, but they didn't. And people would come up to me afterwards and they go, I never thought about that. I never knew blockchain could do that. Can I work with you? And that's the day I started my LinkedIn. I never had LinkedIn. I was trying to give them business cards and they're going, what's a business card? And then people started following me because I was talking about something that mattered to them. So I think the thing is just you got to get out there, you got to meet people. This is a very supportive environment and people love you coming in and people will help you. And actually I've never been in a more friendly ecosystem in my entire life than I am now in blockchain, even though everyone looks a bit weird, but then I do too, so it's okay.
Oh yes, I love that. And as a Krypto Granny, actually I have the very exactly same experience. So I was so nervous and I was so afraid that, they would understand from the first moment that, I don't understand half of the things they are saying, or like really understanding, but everyone was so friendly and open and supportive. So yes, I think the grannies here are sharing the opinion and the view that guys, be brave and just come and join and don't think about it. Let all the preconceptions behind you and join the party. It's nice and fun here.
But I want to say one more thing because I think this is important. A lot of women in blockchain spend time complaining about there's too many men and the men have got all the money and the men are doing all the things. I don't buy that. What I say is get out there, do your own project, get some money, be proud and show people what you can do. I say that to everyone.
and I agree with you. So I think that is a very good thing to end up with, as with this talk. And I really, really hope that at ALPEX Global we get to talk to you again another occasion. So yeah, guys, Dr. Jane Thomason here, another granny. Anita, Krypto Granny from ALPEX Global, and Jane, we want to say you, well, take care, be safe out there, and thank you so much, Jane. You are amazing and truly a inspiring person. So I'm happy we met. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm happy too. Thank you so much.